Good evening. Good evening. My name is Jason Maurer, Consulting Engineers of Alberta, Vice President, and I'm delighted to welcome everyone here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the head table. Her Honor, the Honorable Selma Lakani, Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, and His Honor, Dr. Zahir Lakani, the Honorable Danielle Smith, Premier, the Honorable Nathan Newdorf, Deputy Premier and Minister of Infrastructure. Please remain standing until the Vice-Regal Party has reached their seats and the Vice-Regal salute is complete. Please remain silent during the Vice-Regal salute. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Her Honor, the Honorable Selma Lakani, Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, and His Honor, Dr. Zahir Lakani. Please be seated. Let's view our screens to watch our opening video and get the evening underway.
Welcome to the Consulting Engineers of Alberta Showcase Awards. Each year, we gather to celebrate excellence in consulting engineering.
All right, I get it. We're all still warming up, and you want me to remind you that it would be fantastic if you welcomed me to the stage with uproarious applause, right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! Hey, my name is Ryan Jesperson. For those of you that have been coming to this spectacular top-shelf event for quite some time, you and I have quite likely met before, and it is so wonderful as you're returning for the 9th year, if you can believe it, for your returning Master of Ceremonies tonight to be a part of this and to see so many familiar faces. I have told you the story before. I am the grandson of a proud chemical engineer. My maternal grandfather, Rudy Dutka, was a proud employee of Chevron for 40 years in downtown Calgary, the city where I grew up. My paternal grandfather, Stan Jesperson, was the publisher of the Calgary Chamber of Commerce magazine for many years, and he was so proud to tell the stories of business. I'm a proud born and raised Calgary kid, now plying his trade as a storyteller in the provincial capital. And I grew up here in a community where I saw flood mitigation, flood recovery efforts in play about 10 years ago. I now travel to work over the beautiful Walterdale Bridge. Our Real Talk studio, that's the show that I host, sits in the historic Mercer Warehouse in the shadow of magnificent Rogers Place. I enjoy the concert halls, and I'm grateful for the environmental work that you're all doing. We enjoy the buildings and the towers, but also pay attention to things like civic design. We talk a lot about things like 15-minute cities and reconciliation and environmental awareness, and every single person in this room knows a thing or two about that. So I hope that my enthusiasm is telling the story how much it means to me to be part of this evening with you, to celebrate the great achievements, these nominations, and of course our winners, whom we'll recognize later this evening. It's wonderful to see so many esteemed and distinguished guests here. The Lieutenant Governor, and we'll be welcoming her to the stage later. The Premier is in the house tonight. We're grateful for that, and many other elected representatives, and if I can speak colloquially, power players. We want to officially welcome you to the Consulting Engineers of Alberta Showcase Awards Gala, thanks to our presenting sponsor, McElhenney. We have an incredible evening before us. The Consulting Engineers of Alberta, proud to host their 26th Showcase Awards Gala. We hope that everybody enjoyed the video opening it up. What amazing projects through the years. So much history for industry and for the association. Through times of boom, through times of in context, bust, you have continued to build this province into the envy of the nation. Welcome to the Consulting Engineers Awards of Excellence. The CEA administration would like to send a special thank you for supporting this first-class event to their membership, to their external sponsors, and of course to their partners. Your strong support does not go unnoticed, and it truly symbolizes the strength of the association. I want to acknowledge today that, of course, we're gathering on Treaty 7 territory, a traditional gathering place for the diverse Indigenous peoples. We respect the histories, the language, the cultures of those First Nations, the Métis, the Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada whose presence continues to influence and enrich our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the President of the Consulting Engineers of Alberta, Mr. Ryan Betker.
Thanks, Ryan. It is an honor to be here at this amazing event, and on behalf of the CEA, I would like to welcome you all here. My name is Ryan Betker, and for the most of the last year, I have had the honor of being the president of the Consulting Engineers of Alberta. CEA members employ thousands of Albertans across the entire spectrum of Alberta's economy. We provide unparalleled expertise and guidance to clients, to owners, and to decision makers. Consulting engineers are essential to ensure the timely, safe, and efficient delivery of infrastructure projects that are not only vital to the public, but improve the quality of life for all Albertans, not only for today, but for tomorrow as well. We are all part of and should all be proud of the accomplishments we have made as an industry this past year, which are all on full display at the back of the room. And congratulations to all of the firms who have submitted their projects. With all of the award submissions on display, it is easy to recognize the proven value that occurs when consulting engineers, owners, and clients all work together, sharing talent, expertise, and a passion for innovative results. Over the past several years, CEA has remained committed to successful project outcomes, working to shape procurement policies, including qualification-based selection. It is promising to see the emergence of newer procurement methods, from early contractor involvement to integrated project delivery to the alliance approach. And I thank those owners and clients who are willing to explore these procurement models. The CEA fully supports project delivery methods where the right team sits at the right table at the right time. In a collaborative partnership, this is how we can best achieve the desired project outcomes. Our strategic priorities are a way, as an association, we commit to work together. While we have recently updated these priorities, one priority remains important today as it did decades ago: speak with one voice. Advocacy has been an important part of the work completed this year. We continue to commit to executing a government relations strategy that has been built upon years of effort. Our board has been very active in ensuring our provincial government understands the importance of infrastructure investment, predictable funding, procurement transparency, and the shared allocation of risk for our industry. We have accomplished this through regular meetings with elected officials, department leaders, and by creating industry opportunities to build our relationships that share our input and feedback on government policies with those who can influence outcomes. Understanding our dynamic policy environment in Alberta, our role as an industry advocate will be even more important in the years ahead as we navigate to inform Alberta's political leaders across communities regarding the essential contributions that engineering consultants make to the quality of life for Albertans. Looking forward, we will continue to advance as an industry, and we will dig in to embrace change that will impact us all. From artificial intelligence, like ChatGPT, which actually wrote the speech for me, to shifts in procurement and project delivery. Furthermore, our resilience and growth as an industry and as an association over the past few years clearly demonstrates what we have to look forward to. Finally, on that note, I will leave you with a quote from the great philosopher Wayne Gretzky, who stated, "A good hockey player plays where the puck is. A great hockey player plays where the puck is going to be." Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Prez. I love the swagger of quoting 99 on the grounds of the Saddle Dome. That is just unbelievable. I love it. You know, ChatGPT really is a thing, and they're suggesting that it could play into media as well. That maybe we'll see a day not too far off where ChatGPT could be authoring opinion columns and editorials. Who knows? Some are even saying that AI could replace talk show hosts. I'm not sweating it for now. And I don't think that this next individual ever sweated it either when we worked together for many years behind microphones. Now, of course, she's elevated her career to a different stratosphere, you might say. I should get formal here. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Danielle Smith. She's the Premier of the province of Alberta.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for that introduction. And, before I begin, I just want to once again offer my deepest sympathies to the family, friends, and colleagues of Constable Travis Jordan and Constable Brett Ryan of the Edmonton Police Service, who were tragically killed while responding to a call when they were on duty. Every day, police officers across Alberta put on their uniforms and they serve our communities. These courageous men and women bravely rise to the challenge that comes their way to protect the public, to protect all of us. This tragedy reminds us all of the dangers police officers face when they protect Albertans, and Alberta would not be the wonderful place it is without their service. But thank you for including me this evening. I especially want to thank each and every one of you for your resilience during the challenge of recent years and for helping Alberta return to prosperity. And everyone here deserves congratulations as well. First of all, of course, to our honorees tonight for earning the recognition of your peers in an association that is committed to excellence. Congratulations also to the mentors and colleagues and family who provided support that is so essential to helping everyone rise to this level of achievement. And congratulations to the CEA for your leadership in creating a professional environment that helps Alberta's 9,000 consulting engineers, technologists, and support staff aim for and achieve the highest level of professional practice. It says a great deal about your association and your membership that it takes 13 categories of awards of excellence and merit to recognize all of your members' achievements. And congratulations also to all Albertans, because these awards are part of a larger celebration of your industry, one that contributes $2 billion to Alberta's economy. Everyone in this province benefits from the important contributions that you make across industries and across sectors, and I thank you for that. And in addition to your own awards, you are also, to your great credit, profiling 2 other awards for consulting engineering. Her Honor is here this evening, and you are also having the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement and the Harold L. Morrison Award for a Prominent Rising Young Professional. Together, all of these awards celebrate both the present and the future, an appropriate strategy for an industry that serves all of Alberta so very well. Society's benefit is a big part of CEA's vision. Your commitment to trust and innovation, teamwork, excellence, and a focus on people is inspiring. And it's a commitment I share in everything I do in my personal life and as Premier. So I feel like I'm among like-minded friends here. Friends, everyone here, whether or not you received an award, deserve praise. Look at everything you've accomplished so far with satisfaction. Celebrate present excellence with pride and look ahead with confidence. Know that you, your association, and your industry are highly valued and greatly appreciated partners in making Alberta a better place to live, to do business, and to pursue opportunity. And congratulations to our awards recipients tonight and to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Premier. Bringing greetings from the city of Calgary is Councillor Richard Poomans. Please welcome Councillor Poomans.
Good evening. Thank you very much for having us here tonight. I bring greetings on behalf of Mayor Gondek, who regrets was unable to attend with us this evening. Looking at all the display projects at the back, brought to mind an anecdote I'd like to share with you now. If you can imagine an intergalactic planetary convention, they're held about every billion years or so. Two old planets bump into each other. Hey, how you doing? Not so great. What's the problem? Oh, I've got humans. Oh, don't worry, they don't last. It's actually not funny. But thank you. The reason I opened with a risky joke is it led me to believe that it's the engineers who are going to lead us out of this. Not only do the engineers have the talent and the technology and the know-how, they know how to deliver. And I think that how appropriate that we recognize engineers for that. At the city, we love engineers. The city manager is an engineer. 2 of 6 of our general managers are engineers. 400 people work directly for the city as engineers, and I'm told the consulting engineer numbers maybe even beyond that. We have engineers running our Green Line project. We believe the clarity of thought, the ability to take on big projects and deliver them, typically on time and on budget, is huge for us. So thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Beautifully done, Councillor. Thank you very much. No, but seriously, please save us. Our next speaker is Chair of the Association of the Consulting Engineering Companies Canada. Please join me in welcoming Tim Stanley to bring greetings from your national association. Hi, Tim.
Thank you, and good evening. And what a great group of, good-looking group of people we got here today, and I really appreciate the invite. Good evening, friends, colleagues, valued clients, special guests, and happy St. Paddy's Day. It's my pleasure to be here this evening, not only as a proud member of the consulting engineering industry, but also as the chair of ACEC Canada. When our industry has the opportunity to act as trusted advisors to society, we can jointly solve most of the pressing challenges within our communities and our economy. Consulting engineering firms excel at finding innovative solutions to complex problems and creating opportunities for Canadians, including addressing climate change, building a sustainable green economy, and connecting people and communities across the country and around the world. We play an important role in designing and creating livable and resilient communities, economic opportunities, and a safe and sustainable environment. That is why tonight's celebration is so important. These awards showcase and celebrate the contributions of consulting engineering firms from across Alberta. They recognize the incredible accomplishments of the CEA member firms on behalf of their private and public sector clients. In closing, I wish to acknowledge the member firms that submitted projects to this year's awards. Your commitment to society and your leadership as trusted advisors helps ensure the ongoing success of our industry. Thank you also to the clients, contractors, and other members of the teams who also help make these projects possible. You all deserve congratulations. Finally, on behalf of myself and my fellow directors from the ACEC Canada Board, I wish to extend congratulations to this evening's award winners for your outstanding achievements. And I encourage you to celebrate your success this evening and submit for the national awards as well. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you very much. CEA wishes to give a special thank you and recognize our Showcase Award sponsors for their generous contribution. Everybody always says, hold your applause. I've never really believed in it. I think if you hear your name or the name of a company you'd love to support, you go ahead and make some noise. Let us know where you're at in the room. Our presenting sponsor tonight is McElhenny, and we're grateful for them. Our fostering sponsors are AECOM, Stantec Consulting, Thurber Engineering, and WSP. Now we're talking. Our supporting sponsors are Altera Engineering, Associated Engineering, GHD Limited, Sheffer Andrew, SMA Consulting, Tetra Tech Canada, and Urban Systems. Our contributing sponsor is V3 Companies. Our patron sponsors are APEGA, the Alberta Road Builders and Heavy Construction Association, AXA XL, Encore, Lloyd Saad Insurance Brokers, PCL Construction Management, and TD Baloche Monex. Thank you to each of you for your continued generous support. Friends, we are going to start dinner service, and so please do enjoy as soon as the food hits your table as the program continues. And of course, we will break for an official dinner period so you can enjoy the networking opportunities. I do want to take a couple of minutes to acknowledge some of our special guests and tell you a little bit about how the evening is going to unfold tonight. We're honored to have with us this evening, obviously, members of the provincial government, the City of Edmonton, and the City of Calgary. In addition, with us tonight, guests from our esteemed family. We'd like to mention them, including the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Alberta, the CEO and Registrar Jane Nagendran, and President Lisa Doig. ACEC Canada's Board Chair Tim Stanley, representatives from other partnering associations, including the U of A, the U of C, and CEA past presidents. The CEA would also like to recognize members of the current board. You've probably noticed the boutonnieres, the beautiful corsages. These are the members of the board that are in attendance with us this evening. If you have any questions, of course, please don't hesitate to ask them or one of their staff. They are your hosts, and like if you feel like buying them a drink, feel free to do that as well. They're working for all of us. Thank you to everyone who's attending tonight in support of this prestigious first-class event. I will say I poked my head in. I thought I had a sort of a quiet hallway to collect my thoughts before I came out, and it turns out it's the catering staging area. So I can tell you we have a fabulous meal in store coming up. After that amazing dinner, we're going to get right into the awards program. It will begin with the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement, and that'll be presented by Her Honor, the Honorable Salma Lakhani. Next, the presenting sponsor address. Then the Harold L. Morrison Rising Young Professional Award will follow, recognizing the bright future of our industry. And our finale tonight, the highlight of the evening for many of you, I'm sure, where we will celebrate excellence in engineering by CEA member firms with the Showcase Awards. This year, 41 project submissions come from a wide cross-section of engineering consulting firms, from the small but mighty boutiques all the way up to some of the industry giants, with the projects reflecting the exceptional minds in engineering making a difference, quite literally, in the lives of all Albertans. The quality of the submissions this year prove that engineering is a rewarding profession that gives back to the community, that makes our world a better place to live. I hope you took time during the reception earlier tonight to view all of the submission poster boards that are displayed in and around this room. Truly an outstanding display of professional excellence. Presentation of the Showcase Awards will occur in 12 different categories. You can check out your program on the table for more details. Shout out to whoever laid that out. A beautiful job this year. During dinner's main course, we'll showcase our sponsors and the 2023 project submissions on the screens in front of you. Also, just a note, each table does have a wine card, well, most of you still do, that can be given to your server to bring an additional bottle of wine to the table. Also, a toast before dessert, so servers will be by with glasses. Now, friends, onward as we enjoy our dinner. All right, everybody, by a show of applause, and please feel free to ramp up your enthusiasm. How was that meal? Unbelievable. I know I shouldn't be surprised to enjoy a remarkable meat right here in Cowtown, in my hometown, where they've been doing it right for a long time. But a big shout out to the chef and their team here at the BMO Center tonight. Just an absolutely fantastic experience. Before we get things rolling, we're going to be handing out some hardware. Obviously, Her Honor, the Honorable Selma Lakani, is going to be up in just a moment. You know what's coming. It's a big part of the reason why you're all here. But to officially get things started, it's my absolute honor and pleasure to invite back to the podium Ryan Betker, CEA President, to deliver the Loyal Toast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Please charge your glasses for the Loyal Toast. Your honors, ladies and gentlemen, the King.
How about that dessert, everybody? Yeah. I can get excited for chocolate 7 days a week. My friends, we want to give you a second to get back to your tables. We're about to be handing out hardware and celebrating the most noteworthy achievements in engineering across the province of Alberta over the past year. These submissions, remarkable, as mentioned, more than 40 of them in play tonight. But to kick it off, this evening, we recognize an outstanding professional in our midst. The 2023 CEA Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement will honor a gentleman who has a long time career in the consulting engineering industry, and he's made an enormous, a very significant impact on Alberta's industry and thus its communities. Mr. Brian Pierce. Let's roll the video.
Brian Pierce is the 2023 recipient of the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement in Consulting Engineering.
In high school, I thought I'd be an electrician, like many in our family. But when I learned about engineering in grade 11, I was intrigued about engineering because of design. I thought that would be kind of a really cool occupation to be able to envision something, put it down on paper, and then see it be built. I got a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Engineering at the U of A. Then I went back in '91 and pursued a civil engineering degree. I've really only ever worked for one company. I guess I've been steeped in consulting engineering. When I started there in 1986, there was about 75 people. We primarily did surveying and engineering. Ron McGaffin, our CEO, approached me and said, "I'd like to see you in my chair one day." And he said, "I'd like to create a new role called Chief Business Officer." In that role, you'll be responsible for safety, quality management, human resources, and strategy. That's a pretty unique assembly of responsibilities, and it seemed a bit odd at the time, but I'm very happy that he did. We were able to get ISO certified, which at the time was pretty rare, I think, for a consulting engineering firm. In 2008, the board approached me to become CEO. I felt like I was able to take that role on with experience and compassion. I absolutely loved to assess and work on our corporate culture, visit the offices and talk to our people.
Brian was always interested in what you were doing and how you were finding things. Starting in 2010 on, I remember we were probably about 150 people. During Brian's watch, we started growing from there and we were up 700 people pretty quick.
In 2013, we had expanded into transportation, industrial, and geotechnical engineering, where we had our own mobile labs for materials testing and a central lab.
The industrial department I was in, we were very small. And then all of a sudden, we had like 70, 80 people. Engineering and surveying, they don't always mix. My industrial surveying team worked with the materials testing team and the geotechnical team. When you do that, you see different opportunities with each other and with each other's clients as well. That was under Brian's leadership.
Opus was looking to expand from New Zealand and Australia and the UK into Canada, so we were a big stepping stone in that regard.
When he left Stewart Ware, it was easy for me to choose him as somebody I wanted to work with. His natural aptitude of working with First Nations was very evident.
Typically, a conversation with a client might look like duration, quality, and pricing. Those aren't really the top of the list for First Nations. Most importantly, they need to feel that they can work with you and trust you. And I think that's the definition of a consulting engineer. They're very good at understanding the impact that a project can have on their community. My role with them is to help them deliver it and try to involve as many First Nation members as possible. Through collaborating, maybe we find that win-win-win that's better than what the initial project might have anticipated.
At the end of the day, I trust Brian wholeheartedly. I know he's honest, I know he's straightforward, he listens really well. He will wait for the right time to say what he has to say. It's real important that when you do a project with a local community, you're leaving something behind. We had worked quite a bit with the Peerless Trout Lake First Nation on their logging aspect. He did a great job of trying to organize their companies to be productive. It's not just the project.
If you work together and as a team, you can discover a solution that's perhaps better than was initially envisioned. I began volunteering at CEA in the early 90s. The Alberta government decided that they were going to outsource engineering services in their highway program. In their wisdom, they chose the Consulting Engineers of Alberta to be their one-point contact. The Consulting Engineers of Alberta brings the consulting engineering community together. We can share issues, envision things that could be better for the mutual benefit of everyone involved, including the public. CEA brought us all together as an engineering community. I think in many ways that was a catalyst for a lot of change in the consulting industry. After volunteering on that transportation committee, I was asked to chair it and was asked to be president of CEA, which I accepted. It's so nice to see that community continuing today, where we've got good friends and colleagues with other firms, and that's totally okay.
Brian also provided leadership at APEGA, first on its council and later as president.
At APEGA, there's a variety of backgrounds, and I really can never not be a consulting engineer. But the task at hand is governance oversight.
We undertook to transition APEGA Council from an operationally focused board to one that would be strategically focused. And part of that transition was to reduce the number of council committees from 11 to 4. Brian can look at a big picture, and he's able to create a clear and compelling vision of success. He kept us on track to make this transition work. After he finished his first tour of duty, I tracked him down and said, "You must become president of APEGA." Brian would be a good president to carry on that work, because after you pour cement, you gotta wait a while for it to harden.
Brian is a thoughtful leader who has a ease of dealing with people. Brian had the unique way of having a conversation, and things might get a little too serious, and he might say, "Let's go to the water cooler." His way of saying, just speak your mind.
My advice to a young engineer would be to watch the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey. I've seen young people who are starting a career and they're faced with a challenge of going out into the field or going to a remote location. What I've discovered is that when you do take on those challenges, that's where a person can not only learn a new skill, but learn something new about a project and learn something new about themselves.
He is a world champion cutting horse competitor.
My family always had horses, so we did a lot of showing pleasure horses when I was young, right up until I graduated university. And it's how I met my wife, Colleen. In this one barn we were in, we got some exposure to a cutting horse and knew that this could be pretty fun. We bought some horses and started showing a little bit here in Alberta, and then found a good trainer in Scottsdale. Started showing in Arizona and California, New Mexico, and in 2017 the stars aligned and was able to become a world champion in Fort Worth. In the show pen, we've got 2.5 minutes to show our horse. We need to cut out at least 2 cows, one at a time. It's really a collaborative effort between the rider and their horse. Somehow together the magic happens. At a point you have to drop your hand and just let things unfold, and life can be like that.
On behalf of CEA, congratulations on your award, Brian.
I love the plot twist at the end there. A remarkable story, and we're truly honored to have with us tonight the Lieutenant Governor, Her Honorable Salma Lakhani, to assist in presenting this award. Her Honor was installed as Alberta's 19th Lieutenant Governor on August 26th of 2020. Her long-standing service as a community leader and a volunteer has been guided by her deep commitment to the values of pluralism and inclusion, and her dedication to championing those who face barriers in their lives. Their honors make their home in Edmonton, and their family includes 2 daughters and 1 son-in-law whom I absolutely adore. It's now my absolute honor to invite Her Honor to the stage to say a few words and make the presentation of the award.
Thank you, Ryan. And my son-in-law asked me to say a special hello to you. So, elected officials, leaders in the engineering world, and distinguished guests all. And I'd like to give a shout out to the women engineers who are amongst us. We celebrated International Day for Women on March the 8th. Some people are celebrating March as International Women's Month, but I say we should celebrate women all year round. We saw this evening that Ryan even had to be told by Lisa that he was going off track. But anyways. So, in the spirit of meaningful reconciliation, before I begin, I would like to acknowledge all First Peoples who have called this place home for thousands of years and who welcomed us here to make our own lives. May we always dwell together on these lands with peace, respect, and understanding. So it's such a pleasure for me and my husband to join you this evening in celebrating the invaluable service and contributions of our province's hardworking engineers. It is impossible to imagine our society without the fruits of your labors. Every single Albertan and Canadian and people around the world rely on your considerable expertise to make our lives work, and I want you to know that you are appreciated. Without you and your teams, we would not have roads, bridges, safe drinking water, or power. You help to build every element of our communities and the very infrastructure of modern life. Your energy and professionalism, your talent and imagination are woven into the DNA of our province and country in a fundamental way. To our award honorees and to all of Alberta's engineers, I offer my heartfelt thanks for everything that you do to foster safety, comfort, opportunity, and prosperity for people here at home and around the globe. I have to mention that not everywhere in the world does the water run when you turn on the taps, or the lights come on when you flick the switch. The fact that we can all take these daily blessings for granted in Alberta is thanks to you and your commitment to the highest professional standards. It is now my particular honor to recognize the recipient of the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement for 2023, Brian Pierce. As we saw in the video, in addition to being an extraordinary engineer, Brian is also a dedicated horseman, and I think we can draw a straight line between the two talents. It has been said that good horsemanship is intuition combined with knowledge and wisdom. In other words, it helps if you are blessed with innate abilities, but you also need to be willing to work hard and commit to the lifelong development of your craft. Brian has all of these strengths, and he has been extremely generous in sharing them. His career has spanned a wide range of areas, from his contributions in civil, environmental, and geotechnical engineering, to his important work with Indigenous communities, to his sustained dedication to fostering excellence within the engineering industry as a whole. Brian, as His Majesty the King's representative in Alberta, I am delighted to congratulate you on this well-deserved honor. This award represents the gratitude of your fellow Albertans for the valued role that you have played in building the province we enjoy today, and for everything that you do to foster the best possible future for us all. Thank you to the leaders and members of the Consulting Engineers of Alberta. Congratulations again to this year's award recipients, and we're enjoying and having a lovely evening. Thank you so much.
I'll introduce. Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the recipient of the 2023 Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement. Please do join me in congratulating Brian Pierce for his outstanding contribution to the consulting engineering industry, and to the community he has inspired.
Good evening, special guests, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow consulting engineers. You know, I've watched this award be presented a good number of times and really never envisioned that I would be here receiving it. I feel like I've been blessed with an absolutely terrific career. I've worked with some incredible people, and I've volunteered with some incredible people. So I share this with all of you. I would just like to say that this is an incredible honor. Thank you, CEA, and thank my wife, Colleen.
Congratulations, Brian. As you can see every year, you know, the winners of the Lieutenant Governor's Award receive this beautiful kaleidoscope, replicating a symbol of an engineer's level. It's designed by Don Chambers. Don's designed and handcrafted these spectacular awards for years now to recognize and celebrate the winners of the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Distinguished Achievement. In addition to the kaleidoscope, Brian receives a personal certificate from Lieutenant Governor Salma Lakhani, congratulating him on receiving this award in recognition of his service to the consulting engineers of Alberta and the consulting industry. He's also not going to pay for a drink all night long, guaranteed. As the presenting sponsor tonight, we'd like to thank McElhenny for their continued generous support, and it's my pleasure. Come on, McElhenny, let's hear from you. There you go. And he knows exactly what's coming. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Robert Radovanovich, McElhenny's Vice President, Prairie South and St. John's.
Yeah, this has been really quite the night. It's fantastic. And before I actually begin with my remarks, what I would like to do on behalf of myself, on behalf of McElhenny, I'm sure on behalf of everyone here, is I really want to extend a note of thanks to Lisa and everyone at CEA for putting on just a fantastic event. There's a lot of effort, and it shows. Thanks. Yeah, and you know, this is undoubtedly one of my most favorite events in the engineering social calendar of the year. It's always fantastic to go and walk around and see all the award submissions, hopefully, fingers crossed, win some awards, but then really be impressed as well with the, you know, the depth and the breadth of the projects that we're taking on here in Alberta. And it highlights the nature of the engineer as the problem solver in society. But the one thing that I've noticed over, you know, the years that I've been coming to this is that the nature of our problems that we're solving are starting to change. They're becoming bigger. They're becoming more intractable. I'd say they're becoming more societal, right? We're seeing clients and communities come to us as trusted advisors, while at the same time asking us to elevate our technical skills and get, you know, better at our project delivery game. These are all things that we're seeking to do, and these are tough to do. You know, we're seeing emerging topics like climate resiliency, asset management, digital transformation, and communities are asking us for advice on how to broach these topics. And to me, that's what I really like about consulting, right? It's about going out into that wilderness, finding new ways to do things, new bits of information, new best practices, and bringing it back, sharing it with our clients and our partners and our communities with the spirit of making the whole place better. And what I find is that while certainly sustainability for our communities is really important, what's really interesting is not to lose sight of the fact that CEA helps us keep sight of sustainability of our profession itself, right? There's a number of issues going on at any particular time. Rising costs, interest rates, the prevalence of potentially disruptive technologies like AI, focusing on increasing diversity in organizations from top to bottom, let alone discussing the nature of our profession and its relationship with the government and with society at large. And I don't believe that any single person or company is going to resolve these situations. Instead, it's through a collective effort. It's through organizations like the CEA, where we have a forum for the interchange of these ideas that are actually going to let us progress our industry and make the communities that we live in better. So, what I'd like to do tonight is really extend a big kudos to all of us here for all of our continuing efforts and that of the CEA in terms of fostering sustainability in a number of dimensions through this continued collaboration in innovation. Thank you very much.
Not to take away from the message itself, but did you notice no notes, no teleprompter the whole time? Guy knows what he's talking about. He's clearly speaking from the heart, and Dr. Radovanovich, we really appreciate that. It's my pleasure now to call on Sarah Anderson, past president, and current honorary past president, Ian Morrison, to the stage to present the Harold L. Morrison Rising Young Professional Award portion of the program.
Well, I need my script from Lisa, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. Well, thank you, Ryan. I'm very honored to assist Ian Morrison in presenting the special award. The CA Rising Young Professional Award was renamed to honor the memory and legacy of Harold L. Morrison, who served as the first CA registrar from 1993 to 2010. Mr. Morrison was also one of the founding board members and acted as a treasurer before taking the title of a registrar.
Great. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me once again to present this award in the honor of my father, Harold L. Morrison. Harold was an interesting individual. He, as it was said, he was one of the founding members of the CEA, sorry. And, but he told stories about it. They were kind of sitting in somebody's basement, and they said, we should really form an organization to represent the consulting engineers of Alberta. And many, many years later, it's a very successful organization that has a critical part in the engineering community and the professional community in the development of Alberta, Canada, and the world. So Harold was, one of the things he believed in was service. And this was a theme that I think we could see from several of the speakers that have been up here before. It's the idea about contribution to society, and the service is the way they do that. Harold believed very strongly in that. Harold's real passion was consulting. He loved the consulting industry, and he loved being a consultant. And what he understood is that the future of consulting are the young professionals. That unless we have talented young professionals, unless they're engaged and they feel that they can contribute to society, the engineering consultant profession as we see it won't survive. So, enough of that now. Let's get on to the fun part. So this award tonight is to honor those young professionals who have shown exceptional success early on in their careers. I look forward to the presentation and thank you, the CIA, for including me in this. So now we kind of start with the Oscars part of it. Great.
CEA defined a young professional, the YP, as an engineer, technologist, or geoscience working for a CEA firm's member with up to 10 years of experience in their respective fields. The Harold R. Morrison Rising Young Professional Award recognizes the greatest strengths our young professionals. This award recognizes the outstanding achievements in the young professionals' careers to date. We would like to recognize and thank the judges who adjudicated this award. They are Mr. Al Morer, Mr. Herb Cooney, and Mr. Ken Phillip. The young professional nominees has an exemplary record of achievement in education, employment, professional, and public service activities. The following personal attributes are considered by the judges: technical processes, leadership in society, initiative and teamwork, integrity, involvement and contribution to CEA, and future potential. The winner is given $2,500 towards professional development in leadership. This year, we have 4 nominees. John McKenzie, Project Manager and Lead Engineer with AECOM. Kirk Ogrud, Senior Engineer with the Intuitive Corporation. Sarah Faithful, Designer, Bridges with the WSP. And Vincent Huang, Geotechnical Engineer with the WPS ENI. The CEA would also like to thank the firms that nominated these outstanding professionals. With that, I would like to announce that the winner of the Harold L. Morrison Rising Young Professional Award is John McKenzie.
Thank you very much for the nomination, first of all, and to the judges and the CAA. This means so much to me. I've had such a tremendous and I feel so fortunate in my career so far, having such great mentors and working on such fabulous projects. I had a chance to think about my career so far and the drive down to Calgary. I'm in Edmonton, and thinking back to even my education, and one of the first classes that the Eng 100 was one of the first classes you take, and it's a kind of introduction to engineering, and they really promote the program. They had the Dean of Engineering come up and talk to the students in the first class, and he did a great job of promoting the industry and just talking about how engineers and consultants are really the unsung heroes of the society. And he went on to joke that there's lots of shows about heroic firefighters and sexy nurses and doctors, but where are the shows about engineers, right? They don't exist. They don't exist. and that got me thinking, well, what would that show look like? And you have the season premiere. Oh, we want a great new project. Let's assemble the team. Everyone's very excited and confident, and we're going to deliver this project exactly as we planned. And then we have different episodes to the season. Maybe you have a change in design. Maybe you have a project team member leave. And that all rolls up to the season finale. and you discover, oh no, we're over budget, oh no, we're behind schedule. That fades to the blank screen, ... Will they get a scope change? To be continued. You know what? It's not saving people from burning buildings, but I would watch that show. I think. Thank you.
Congratulations, John, and of course to all of the fellow nominees. Now we move on to the final phase of the evening. This is where the rubber hits the road, as they say, the one that a lot of you have been waiting for, the Showcase Awards. And at this time, as we move on to the Project Awards, please join me in recognizing the tremendous contribution of both time and expertise of the judges for this event. It's somewhat of a thankless job, but this wouldn't happen without them. It takes a great deal of time to assist with the judging. We can see all of their names there. Let's show our appreciation. I also want to recognize the award print, which, as you likely know, is presented to the consultant team and their client as a customized work of art created by our graphic group, Artsmith, and then prepared for presentation by Jake's Framing. And the team at Jake's Framing wanted me to point out that my wife went to Jake's Framing for her Christmas gift to me this year, and yes, they did a masterful job. So there you go, Jake's Framing. Projects can be entered into a maximum of 2 categories so long as, of course, they meet the criteria of that category. So 3 to 4 judges deliberate the projects that are submitted in each category, and then they each rank the projects from first to last, or as they say these days, furthest from first. Based on the judges' ranking, a score is determined, and then the judges will take these factors into consideration when judging the projects: technical excellence, degree of difficulty, innovation, advancement of technology, which is huge, added value, management of risk, benefit to society, and added environmental value. To qualify for an award of excellence, a project must have been ranked number 1 by at least 1 judge and have the best score overall. In the event that none of the entries in a particular category is awarded a first place ranking by any of the judges in that category, and it does happen, no award of excellence will be awarded. The top 2 finalists in that category will receive awards of merit. The awards will be presented by project category. Each category will have a short video that lists all of the projects that were submitted, and when the video is finished, the winning projects will be announced. When you hear your company name and project, we invite your entire project team, the engineers, the sub-consultants, of course your clients as well, to quickly make their way to the stage to be recognized. Now please note the following. The winners are asked to come to the side stage on my right, your left, my right, here, and then proceed across the stage this way to receive your congratulations. You'll then make your way off the stage, okay, so stage left, your right, be met by Madison, who will guide your team to the photography area for your official photographs. And at the end of the evening, of course, your winning award prints can be picked up outside the hall. It's my pleasure to invite Ryan Betker, President of the Consulting Engineers of Alberta, and Ken Kozakowicz as well, Chief Executive Officer, to come forward to assist with the award presentations. And just a reminder, I don't know why Lisa keeps putting this in the script. She says, we will not be shaking hands with each of the winning teams. This is like my thing. This is my jam. But I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll do my best. Now on to the awards. Everybody ready? All right. I like this. A bit of a nervous energy. This is very good. The submissions in the environmental category are
Associated Engineering, determining the value of natural assets, City of Calgary. Tetra Tech Canada, modern integrated waste management facility, City of Lethbridge. Aero Engineering, state-of-the-art shredder and recycling facility, General Recycling Industries.
The award of merit in the environmental category goes to Associated Engineering for the Determining the Value of Natural Assets project.
Client owner, City of Calgary. Subconsultants, Green Analytics.
Congratulations to Associated Engineering. The Award of Excellence in the environmental category goes to Tetra Tech Canada Incorporated for the Modern Integrated Waste Management Facility.
Client owner, City of Lethbridge. Subconsultants, Relumen Engineering. Cumlin Sullivan Architectural Studio. Sunwise Engineering. Feig Engineering. BCB Engineering.
Congratulations.
Contractors, Whistle Contracting. McNally Contractors. Goldridge Sand and Gravel. Secure Energy Services. Southwest Design and Construction. Engineered Compost Systems. John Zink Hamworthy. DMT Mechanical. Lethbridge had an ambitious vision of rapidly modernizing their waste and recycling center to receive and process multi-stream wastes and improve environmental performance. In just 5 years, Lethbridge and Tetra Tech completed over 30 projects worth over $20 million, highlighted by a compost facility diverting up to 40 tons per year from landfill, a hydrovac facility collecting up to 43,000 cubic meters of waste from the surrounding region, a landfill gas system that will reduce GHG emissions by around 15,000 tons of CO2 equivalent per year, and a 43-meter-long stainless steel leachate riser installed within a failing concrete manhole that will improve landfill performance.
Congratulations to our winners. For the Transportation Structures category, the project submissions are
Transportation Infrastructure, Transportation Structures, WSP, 9th Avenue Bridge Replacement, City of Calgary. Lex 3 Engineering, Bridge 4 Replacement on Highway 10X, a new truss bridge in a historic corridor, Transportation and Economic Corridors. Associated Engineering, Duggan Bridge Replacement, City of Edmonton. Parsons, Jaipur Pedestrian Bridge, City of Calgary. RJC Engineers, McKnight Boulevard Pedestrian Bridge Rehabilitation, City of Calgary. Dialogue, Millwoods Transit Center, City of Edmonton. Thurber Engineering, Peace River Shop Slide Highway 2 Off-Ramp Tied Back Concrete Wall Pile, Transportation and Economic Corridors.
The Award of Merit in this category goes to Thurber Engineering for the Peace River Shop Slide Highway 2 Off-Ramp Tied Back Concrete Wall Pile project.
Client owner and other key players, Transportation and Economic Corridors. Subconsultants, Dialogue Design. Contractors, Chiton Contracting.
And the Award of Excellence in the category of Transportation Infrastructure, Transportation Structures goes to WSP for their project 9th Avenue Bridge Replacement.
Client owner, City of Calgary. Subconsultants, Cowie North America, Tetra Tech Canada, Maskell Plenzik and Partners Engineering, Sturgis Architecture, W Architecture and Landscape Architecture, Donald Luxton and Associates, Contractors, PCL Construction Management, Supreme Steel, Lafarge Canada, Bauer Foundations Canada, Ironclad Earthworks. The 9th Avenue Bridge crossing the Elbow River is a historically significant connection between adjacent communities that dates back to Calgary's original founding. Since 1909, the crossing was served by a riveted through truss that had reached its practical service life by 2017. WSP Canada led an integrated consultant team to deliver the design and construction oversight of the demolition of the original truss and installation of a tied arch replacement bridge. The completed arch is the first of its kind in Calgary for a roadway bridge and stands out as a resilient and architecturally significant structure for future generations.
So cool. Congratulations. Here are the entries in the category. I stepped on the toes of the applause. Let me get out of the way for a second. I want to congratulate WSP. Yeah, there we go. Here are the entries in the category of Building Engineering Institutional.
Engineering Institutional. Dialogue, Grand Prairie Regional Hospital, Alberta Health Services. RJC Engineers, Innovation Crossing, Heritage Park Historical Village. RJC Engineers, Medicine Hat College Health, Wellness and Athletics Expansion, Medicine Hat College. Intuitive Corporation, Royal Glenora Club Redevelopment, Royal Glenora Club. Dialogue, TELUS World of Science Edmonton, Aurora Expansion, TELUS World of Science Edmonton. SMP Engineering, University of Alberta, University Commons, University of Alberta.
The award of merit in this category goes to RJC Engineers in the Innovation Crossing Project.
Client owner, Heritage Park Historical Village. Subconsultants, Remedy Engineering, SMP Engineering, Urban Systems. Contractors, Akela Construction. Other key players, Ace Architecture.
The award of excellence in this hotly contested category goes to Dialogue for the TELUS World of Science Edmonton Aurora expansion.
Client owner, TELUS World of Science Edmonton. Subconsultants, WSP. Contractors, Delnor Construction. TELUS World of Science Edmonton is the destination to engage Albertans' hearts and minds in science. Dialogue provided architectural and engineering services for the Aurora expansion, including a new science gallery, expanded lobby, box office, gift shop, and a reimagined pedestrian first entrance. The project removed a significant portion of the existing building envelope to create the breathtakingly open lobby. The building promotes sustainable design with stormwater diversion, solar modules, charging stalls, and a high albedo roof. The result is a truly outstanding facility that strengthens the client's mission to ignite curiosity, inspire discovery, celebrate science, and change lives.
Congratulations, Dialogue. Here are the submissions in the Water Resources category.
Water Resources. Stantec Consulting. Designated Industrial Zone Pilot Project. Regional Water Systems Feasibility Study. Alberta Environment and Parks. GHD. Drainage Solutions for Sunny Hill Lane residents. City of Calgary. Associated Engineering. Shaganappi Pump Station Replacement. City of Calgary. Associated Engineering. Trestle Number 3 Rehabilitation and Steel Pipe Replacement. EPCOR Utilities. Stantec Consulting. Tweddle Drainage Upgrades. EPCOR Water Services.
The award of merit in the category of Water Resources goes to Associated Engineering for the Trestle Number 3 Rehab and Steel Pipe Replacement Project.
Client Owner. EPCOR Utilities. Subconsultants. Thurber Engineering. Contractors. Whitson Contracting.
Congratulations. The award of excellence in the category of Water Resources goes to Stantec Consulting for the Tweddle Drainage Upgrades Project.
Client Owner. EPCOR Water Services. Contractors. MAP Water and Sewer Services. Cran Construction.
Congratulations.
Weinrich Contracting. CKB Construction. Common for neighborhoods built before the 1980s, excessive ponding and flooding can occur due to the lack of overland drainage. Stantec was fortunate to participate with our client, EPCOR Water Services, in implementing a wide array of flood mitigation measures in southeast Edmonton from 2012 to 2022. This included project management, initial assessment and analysis, concept generation, preliminary and detailed design, cost estimation and procurement assistance, inspection and construction management. Through our utilization of 2D modeling technologies, Stantec was able to determine the root causes of the flooding and safely mitigate it to protect the neighborhoods from future extreme weather events.
Here are the submissions in the Community Outreach and In-House Initiatives category.
Outreach and in-house initiatives. McElhaney. McElhaney Cares Alberta. McElhaney.
Unfortunately, there are no winners in this category. Get on up here, McElhaney Consulting. Get on up here. Congratulations. Nice job.
Thanks a lot.
You got it. Congratulations.
Client Owner, McElhaney.
Nice job. That's right.
Caring for our communities is at the forefront of everything we do at McElhaney. As one of our core values, this statement ensures we care about each other, our clients, and our communities each day. The McElhaney Cares program helps us celebrate community involvement and sponsor meaningful local activities through company-wide and branch-specific initiatives. By creating a sense of goodwill, trust, and pride in our staff, the employee-run program results in a mutual benefit for our company and communities. This past year, we supported over 200 local charities with over $630,000 and countless hours of in-kind donations and volunteer work.
Here are the entries in the Transportation Infrastructure, Roads, Interchanges, Airports, and Mass Transit category.
Transportation Infrastructure, Roads, Interchanges, Airports, Mass Transit. Tetra Tech Canada. Development of a novel risk-based highway geotechnical asset management system. Transportation and economic corridors. SMP Engineering. Edmonton International Airport cogeneration. Edmonton International Airport. Joint submission. Dialogue and Altera Engineering. Jasper Avenue New Vision. City of Edmonton. Urban Systems. Montgomery Main Streets, where a street becomes a community. City of Calgary. Clone Crippen Berger. Spray Lakes Road Coal Mine Void Risk Mitigation. Transportation and Economic Corridors. AECOM. Stony Trail 14th Street Northwest Interchange. City of Calgary Transportation and Economic Corridors. Altera Engineering. Terwilliger Drive, White Mud Drive to Anthony Henday Drive, concept planning for capacity and operational improvements. City of Edmonton.
The Award of Merit in this category is awarded to the Joint Submission, Dialogue and Altera Engineering for the Jasper Avenue New Vision project.
Client owner, City of Edmonton. Subconsultants, Altera Engineering. Dialogue, EDA Planning and Urban Design. Thurber Engineering. 2020 Communications. The Archaeology Group. SMA Consulting.
There you go.
Contractors, PCL Construction. Abalone. CKB Construction. Thompson Infrastructure. 7M Construction. Black & McDonald, Lafarge, Vector Construction, Placecrete Systems, Old World Paving Stones, Oliver James Site Furnishings, Can Traffic Services, Chiton, Visco Demolition and Recycling.
I know we're whipping through these, and that's kind of the point, but I want to just take a second to acknowledge I had a chance encounter, made a new friend, and a fellow by the name of Will there, and he works, he's here, he drove down from Edmonton today, he's with the Altera Engineering team, and he told me how excited he was to be nominated for that joint submission with Jasper Avenue, the new vision there, and I told him, I said, I literally drive through that area every day on my way to work, and it reiterates the comments. I just want to say this, as a civilian, I just want to remind you all, I'm pumping your tires is what I'm doing. But when I showed up earlier tonight and I said I drive across the bridges, I see the cities rebuilt after floods, I see these indigenous communities, seeing finally projects happen that need to happen there and everything else, it's reiterating to me, every year this happens, my 9th year here, how much of a direct impact you're making in the lives of more than 4.5 million Albertans. And I love it. Like I made a new friend, Will, tonight, and there he walks off with some hardware, and I'm really happy about it. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for permitting me that moment to just reiterate why we're here. Now there's actually, and this is a bit of a twist, a second award of merit based on a judging tie. Yeah, and the Award of Merit is awarded to Urban Systems for the Montgomery Main Streets, where a street becomes a community project.
Client owner, City of Calgary. Subconsultants, RJC Engineers, Thurber Engineering, ADP Engineering, Russell PR. Contractors, ALSA Road Construction. Other key players, City of Calgary.
Now we're not done with this category yet. The Award of Excellence in Transportation Infrastructure, Roads, Interchanges, Airports, and Mass Transit is awarded to Clone Krippenberger for the Spray Lakes Road Coal Mine Void Risk Mitigation. Congratulations.
Client owner, Transportation and Economic Corridors. Subconsultants, Tetra Tech Canada, Challenger Geomatics, 3V Geomatics, ATS Traffic. Contractors, DCL Construction Services, RS Foundation Systems, Triton Environmental Consultants. Following the decline of coal mining in the town of Canmore, Highway 742, Spray Lakes Road, was constructed over the abandoned No. 1 mine. As part of Alberta Transportation's Geohazard Risk Management Program, which manages approximately 500 geohazard sites along the province's highways, a large coal mine void was identified that appeared to be expanding upwards towards the highway. Cloncrip and Berger developed a design that mitigated the risk and ensured early detection of future deformations below the highway. Construction completed in 2021, and it was the first coal mine void backfilling project completed by the program.
Here are the project submissions for the Studies, Software, and Special Services category.
Software and Special Services. SMA Consulting, an advanced schedule analysis platform for successful project management. SMA Consulting. Associated Engineering, citywide stormwater mapping and modeling. City of Calgary. Associated Engineering, Climate Change Adaptation Resilience Training Program, Alberta Environment and Protected Areas. Stantec Consulting, Designated Industrial Zone Pilot Project, Regional Water Systems Feasibility Study, Alberta Environment and Parks. Tetra Tech Canada, Development of a novel risk-based highway geotechnical asset management system, Transportation and Economic Corridors. WSP, SME 22, WSP Digital Acceleration Initiative, WSP Canada.
The award of merit in this category goes to Tetra Tech Canada for the development of a novel risk-based highway geotechnical asset management system.
Client owner, Transportation and Economic Corridors.
The award of excellence in the Study, Software, and Special Services category goes to Associated Engineering for the citywide stormwater mapping and modeling project.
Client owner, City of Calgary. The City of Calgary selected Associated Engineering for the development of GIS mapping and detailed stormwater models of city neighborhoods that experienced localized flooding during heavy rainfall events. Associated Engineering's unique automated programming and spatial routines produce detailed overland drainage maps on demand, assisting city engineers in making timely and informed decisions to reduce flood risks. Automation has allowed the city to gauge the impacts of future growth while dramatically reducing the time required to respond to Calgarians' concerns, protecting public safety, property, and the environment in the most cost-effective manner.
Here are the project submissions in the Building Engineering Commercial category.
In Commercial, RJC Engineers, General Block, Round Square, Arrow Engineering, state-of-the-art shredder and recycling facility, General Recycling Industries, RJC Engineers, University District Block 23, University of Calgary Properties Group.
The award of merit in this category goes to RJC Engineers for the University District Block 23.
Client owner, University of Calgary Properties Group. Subconsultants, Smith & Anderson, Design Core Engineering, Civitas. Contractors, Graham Management Services LP. Other key players, GGA Architecture.
The award of excellence in this category, Building Engineering Commercial, goes to Aero Engineering for the state-of-the-art shredder and recycling facility project.
Client owner, General Recycling Industries. Other key players, Glenn Tichkowski, Kevin Matai. General Recycling's redeveloped recycling facility is a true engineering marvel. The multi-staged scrap metal processing facility is one of a handful in Canada, one of 2 in Alberta, and is the largest in Western Canada. Aero Engineering provided the complex mechanical, electrical, and structural engineering for the cutting-edge facility. By challenging industry standards and encouraging innovation, they helped the client realize their vision of shredding for a better tomorrow. Capable of processing over 120 tons per hour, the facility diverts tons of waste from landfill and cuts more than 700,000 tons of greenhouse gases annually, making a big environmental impact.
Of course, we all want to know what happened there, but we'll get the story at the after party, I think, with the big knee brace. I don't know what the story is. We'll find out. Here are the project submissions in the project management category.
Management. SEMA Canada, SEMA Plus. Terwilliger Drive Stage 2 Priority Ladder Process. City of Edmonton. Stantec Consulting. Tweddle Drainage Upgrades. Epcor Water Services. Englobe Corp. Westwood Garage Demolition. Nate.
The award of merit in this category goes to Englobe for the Westwood Garage Demolition Project.
Client owner, Nate. Other key players, Byron Mazer, Philippe Gingras.
The award of excellence in the project management category goes to SEMA Plus for the Terwilliger Drive Stage 2 Priority Ladder Process Project. Congratulations.
Client owner, City of Edmonton. Subconsultants, Associated Engineering. Other key players, EHAN Engineering. In today's fiscal reality, public sector clients look to stretch their budget dollars to only build what is necessary. It can be a difficult process to determine which components of a project are more important than others to maximize the value of an investment in key infrastructure. The City of Edmonton retained SEMA Plus, along with Associated Engineering, for the design, development, and construction of the Terwilliger Drive Stage 2 project. A priority ladder process was created to help make decisions on priority components within the budget. EHAN Engineering assisted in facilitating the priority ladder value engineering process.
As an independent storyteller in the big world of broadcasting, this is how I backsell, get everybody to check out my podcast, Real Talk, right? I say things like this. But I especially love this category. Here are the nominations for Small Firm, Big Impact.
Small Firm Big Impact. SMA Consulting, an advanced schedule analysis platform for successful project management. SMA Consulting. Aero Engineering, Roxy Theatre Rebuild, the Theatre Network. Altera Engineering, Terwilliger Drive, Whitemud Drive to Anthony Henday Drive, concept planning for capacity and operational improvements, City of Edmonton.
The award of merit in this category is presented to Altera Engineering for Terwilliger Drive, Whitemud Drive to Anthony Henday Drive concept planning for capacity and operational improvements. Congratulations.
Client owner, City of Edmonton. Subconsultants, ISL Engineering and Land Services, 2020 Communications, Thurber Engineering, SMA Consulting, ACI Acoustical Consultants, Spencer Environmental Management Services.
Another twist, my friends. This is why you gotta be in the room. The Award of Excellence tonight has resulted in a tie. The first winner in the category of Small Firm Big Impact Award of Excellence goes to Aero Engineering for the Roxy Theatre Rebuild. Come on up.
Client owner, the Theatre Network. Other key players, Glenn Tichkowski, Kevin Mattei, Scott Cohn. When Edmonton's iconic Roxy Theatre burned down on January 13, 2015, the city lost the heart of its entertainment scene. Though the Roxy was gone, it wasn't forgotten, and the community rallied to resurrect the theatre. Aero Engineering was honored to provide advanced mechanical, civil, electrical, and structural engineering for the Roxy Theatre rebuild. By meeting extremely challenging accessibility constraints and maximizing acoustics, the new Roxy is a state-of-the-art facility. Today, 84 years after opening to the public, the Roxy has reclaimed its prominent place in Edmonton's cultural sphere as a vibrant heritage piece and point of pride for residents.
This is kind of a full circle moment. We live close enough to the Roxy Theatre that at 4:30 in the morning on January 13th of that year, I was awoken from a sleep by the popping of that fire. That's how close we are to that building, and it's incredible to see the rebuild earn an award here tonight. That means a lot to me personally. Here we are with that tie, as we mentioned. A second award of excellence goes to SMA Consulting for an advanced schedule analysis platform for successful project management. Come on up.
Client owner, SMA Consulting. Other key players, City of Edmonton, Edmonton Catholic School Division. In construction, we all know time is money. The schedule tells the story of the project, tracks progress, and is a crucial reference during disputes. But is a given schedule reliable? SMA has integrated scheduling experience, industry best practices, and real-world challenges to develop our comprehensive advanced schedule analysis platform. The platform incorporates advanced visualization with multiple schedule analysis techniques, including forensic schedule analysis, innovative network analysis, and Monte Carlo simulation, and has been used on projects and programs from $10 million to $1 billion in size to assess impacts, recover from schedule delay, and help ensure success.
Here are the project submissions for the Community Development category.
Community Development, Aero Engineering, Roxy Theatre Rebuild, The Theatre Network.
You'll never guess what happens next. The award of excellence in this category goes to Aero Engineering for the Roxy Theatre rebuild. This is a second award for this project. And this poor fella, we got to, come on, can we do a quick interview? Can we do?
Client owner, The Theatre Network. Other key players, Glenn Tichkowski,
Nice job.
Kevin Mattei, Scott Cohn. When Edmonton's iconic Roxy Theatre burned down on January 13, 2015, the city lost the heart of its entertainment scene. Though the Roxy was gone, it wasn't forgotten, and the community rallied to resurrect the theatre. Aero Engineering was honored to provide advanced mechanical, civil, electrical, and structural engineering for the Roxy Theatre rebuild. By meeting extremely challenging accessibility constraints and maximizing acoustics, the new Roxy is a state-of-the-art facility. Today, 84 years after opening to the public, the Roxy has reclaimed its prominent place in Edmonton's cultural sphere as a vibrant heritage piece and point of pride for residents.
I love to see it. Friends, our final category for this evening, for the sustainable design category, here are the project submissions.
Sustainable Design. GHD. Drainage Solutions for Sunny Hill Lane residents. City of Calgary. SMP Engineering. Edmonton International Airport Cogeneration. Edmonton International Airport. Dialogue. Grand Prairie Regional Hospital. Alberta Health Services. SMP Engineering. High Prairie Campus Northern Lakes College Photovoltaic Project. Northern Lakes College. RJC Engineers. Innovation Crossing. Heritage Park Historical Village. Joint submission. Dialogue at Altera Engineering. Jasper Avenue New Vision. City of Edmonton. RJC Engineers. McKnight Boulevard Pedestrian Bridge Rehabilitation. City of Calgary. Tetra Tech Canada. Modern Integrated Waste Management Facility. City of Lethbridge. Urban Systems. Montgomery Main Streets, where a street becomes a community. City of Calgary. Intuitive Corporation. Neoma, formerly known as Sierra Place. Home Space Society. Stantec Consulting. Students Association of MacEwan University Building. MacEwan University. Dialogue. TELUS World of Science Edmonton Aurora Expansion. TELUS World of Science Edmonton.
The award of merit goes to RJC Engineers for Innovation Crossing. That's a second win for this project. Congratulations.
Client owner, Heritage Park Historical Village. Subconsultants, Remedy Engineering, SMP Engineering, Urban Systems. Contractors, Akela Construction. Other key players, Ace Architecture.
Nice job, guys. Thank you. Hey, congrats. The award of excellence in the category of sustainable design goes to Tetra Tech Canada. For the modern integrated waste management facility, that is a second award of excellence for this project.
Client owner, City of Lethbridge. Subconsultants, Relumen Engineering. Cumlin Sullivan Architectural Studio. Sunwise Engineering.
Congratulations.
Feig Engineering. BCB Engineering.
Nice job, guys.
Contractors. Whistle Contracting. McNally Contractors. Goldridge Sand and Gravel. Secure Energy Services. Southwest Design and Construction. Engineered Compost Systems. John Zink Hamworthy. DMT Mechanical. Lethbridge had an ambitious vision of rapidly modernizing their waste and recycling center to receive and process multi-stream wastes and improve environmental performance. In just 5 years, Lethbridge and Tetra Tech completed over 30 projects worth over $20 million, highlighted by a compost facility diverting up to 40 tons per year from landfill, a hydrovac facility collecting up to 43,000 cubic meters of waste from the surrounding region, a landfill gas system that will reduce GHG emissions by around 15,000 tons of CO2 equivalent per year, and a 43-meter-long stainless steel leachate riser installed within a failing concrete manhole that will improve landfill performance.
I want to extend sincere congratulations to all of those who submitted projects this year, and well done to the winners recognized tonight. And I want to thank all of you for participating in this awards program. And of course, it goes without saying the judges had an incredibly difficult time choosing the winners, as there were so many innovative and very strong projects this year. What an incredible showing of the consulting engineering industry. This officially concludes our awards program this evening, but I do want to take a moment to recognize our partners, the ones that make this happen, the ones that enable such a successful evening. Representing Encore, they're an absolute delight to deal with day in, day out, no matter the event, no matter the city, no matter the province for that matter. I love working with this team, Vince Kangas and his talented professionals in the back. Also, Dana Mikan does an amazing job with impression communications. Renee at Vienna Intention Floral. I don't want you crowding like, deputy ministers and ministers, associate ministers, lieutenant governors. Not the VIPs, but at some point later tonight, play it cool. Come by the head table and check out these floral, what do we call them, installations? The arrangement doesn't fit, does it? I mean, these are incredible. So a big shout out to Renee. We were talking about how COVID's impacted our business and everything. She has bounced back in a big way, obviously doing an amazing job. Everybody else is like, are you going to rant for like 2 minutes on my business, Jesperson? Like, what's the deal? Devin with Avonlea Photography, also a total consummate pro, and amazing to have Devin in the house. Now, I do want to let you know, and here's one of the reasons why I'm pumping up the floral, is I'm excited to let you know that the fresh flowers on the table, you can take them home. So please do enjoy them. They're gonna waste away. They're gonna, you gotta give these flowers a good home. So find a way. There will be plastic. You can paper, rock, scissors. You can go birthdays closest to today. You can go maybe like the winner's circle. Whatever it is, you figure it out in civil fashion, and there will be plastics to protect the arrangements in the foyer with the magazines that are being distributed as well. I also want to recognize the CEA team. Unbelievable team here. Inderjeet Singh, Madison Kuzma, Lisa Kruda, who is just amazing, along with CEO and Registrar Ken Kazakowicz. Obviously, well done in delivering a first-class, top-shelf event. Before you go, I do want to remind all of our Project Award winners that you are to pick up your award print this evening, and that your client's award print as well, which is a great gift, outside in the foyer of the hall, just past the coat check in the quarter horse rooms. I never get to say that in Edmonton. Also, the 2023 issue of the CEA Alberta Innovators magazine is available in the lobby as you leave. We would have loved to show it to you before, but we couldn't. It was embargoed because all the winners are featured in the publication. My friends, this concludes the Consulting Engineers of Alberta 2023 Showcase Awards program. I leave you with this. There's nothing to believe in more strongly than getting young men and women interested in science and engineering for a better tomorrow. For those of you that would like to continue, let's take a second with that. For those of you that, this is the most professional way I've ever seen this phrase. For those of you that would wish to continue with the festivities, for those of you that are ready to let your hair down and party, please join CEA President Ryan Bedker in the President's after-party reception located in the foyer outside this hall. I can't wait to be back with you around this time next year. We'll announce the date in due course. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's my honor for a memorable evening. Good night and take care.